Start the stream with a sigh, always. Ay, ay, ay. Kick this game in the butt. Well, this is an easy game. I don't anticipate having any trouble solving any puzzles, as usual. Hi and welcome. Late because I was fiddling around with computer stuff and also helping someone out in Final Fantasy XIV. Computer problems, man. Computer problems. Just to, like... I had hoped to solve at least some of the stuff by taking my old card and putting it in the new computer and go at least that way, assuming that works, which it should. I'm like, if something continues to go wrong, then I go, oh, it's not the video card anymore, it's the computer. And if things don't go wrong, then I can at least go, alright, I have the new computer, it has an old video card in it, but I at least don't have to keep swapping out every time I want to play something. I'll only need to swap computers when like, I want to work on the problem with the computer. And then still ran into problems, but they were different problems than before. So it doesn't help. It's also obnoxiously difficult to remove a video card from either of my computers, especially the new one. There's a tab that you have to push that is completely obscured by the video card. And it was, like, last night I was actually ready to just physically destroy the computer. I was so upset that I couldn't get the video card out. Anyhow, Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. Our journey through the ruins came to a standstill thanks to a stream of rushing water flowing through the room. There was also a warning. It said that we needed to clear the 3 seals to continue, but doing so would trigger a great calamity, so we went ahead and did it. Blimey, that gave me the shivers. But we're not going to let that scare us, are we? With Mr. Wright and Maya by our side, you can consider this mystery solved in no time. And we have already solved 2 of those puzzles. And we are taking a break just before doing the... I assume they're going to let us go straight on to the 3rd one. Right? What's up with this pedestal? It looks a bit strange. It looks like something is missing. It would appear something quite large once stood here. Perhaps an object of worship. Something large? Ah, look up there, above the shrine. What's that? It looks like there are marks all over the wall. Whatever was on this pedestal must have been even larger than I originally thought. It seems whatever it was has been taken away for some reason. I wonder why. You went ham on Baba yesterday and 100%ed it? Did you cheat? Did you kidnap the developer and bring him to your house and make him do the puzzles for you? How could anyone 100% Baba? The inscription on this stone plaque could perhaps offer us a clue, although I'm afraid the words in this inscription are somewhat ancient. So, you can't read what it says? It would be quite a different story if I were able to take this relic back to London for analysis. As it stands now, however, I may only be able to decipher a portion of it. Because this is still how language works. He goes, it's in a language that I don't know. However, I can still read some of it. Enough to get the meaning, naturally. And if I took it back to London, we could decipher all of it. Because that's how language works. Really, Professor? What does it say? You did play it for 8 hours. See, the last 15, even the last 5% of a puzzle game is usually not 8-hour territory. It's really, really difficult. If you were like, oh, because when you take a puzzle game and you narrow it down to, okay, there's only these couple, like my Snakebird, there's only a couple puzzles left. They necessarily lie exactly as far away from your area of expertise as possible. If you were like playing the witness and you're like, oh, I'm really good at the Tetris puzzles, and you go, okay, so the last 5 puzzles that you do in the witness, that you're like, oh, these are the last 4 or 5 puzzles that I just can't get. None of them are going to be Tetris puzzles, because if they were, then you would have got them. So they're bound to be as far away from your main mode of thinking as possible. Or they're just really hard. I guess that's also it. Ooh, a 4-week break, and then some previously impossible levels were suddenly really easy. Oh, and you maybe did the harder content before the easier content. Okay, fair. It seems as if the previous inhabitants of these ruins were responsible for this inscription. While the inscription itself would appear to provide yet another mystery to be solved, allow me to read it aloud. The former inhabitants of these ruins created a bell out of pure silver as a tribute to the gods they worshipped here. So they made a giant silver bell? That's actually pretty impressive. However, when the bell was rung, it did not summon a god, but instead an evil demon. This evil demon brought upon this world a great catastrophe, causing considerable damage to the land. Did you say a great catastrophe? What could have happened? Those that survived the incident dubbed it the Bell of Ruin, and sealed it within this very room. They then fled in fear of the curse placed upon this land by the demon. The inscription contains one final warning. To those who have gained entry into this sanctum, heed our words. You must not ring the Bell of Ruin. That is as much as I can gather. It's literally everything. Everything, like, you didn't miss a single word. You got the whole thing. I believe the object that was ruined from this shrine was the very Bell of Ruin mentioned in the inscription. Professor, could this have anything to do with Bezella? Right? One of the... see, I think of it the other way around. He could be like, this word is probably bell, and this word is probably catastrophe, and this word is probably warning. And go, that's it. That's all I got is bell, catastrophe, warning. I cannot say for sure, Luke. After all, demons and witches are 2 very different concepts. However, there is a chance that the 2 are connected. He likes to say however. Like, I automatically give him that however. But he says it at the beginning of almost every sentence. Perhaps there is a chance that the 2 are connected in origin through this legend. Origin, Professor? Think back to what was written. What followed the great catastrophe? You must mean the curse placed upon this land part, right? I imagine that when the bell was rung, it must have summoned something. What sort of curse could that have been? Hey, Saul. And what was this great catastrophe brought upon by the demon? Wait, could it be? The fire that destroyed the entire town? Hear. Feel. Huh? Espella, what's wrong? No, nothing's wrong. Are you sure? You don't have to put on a brave face for us. Tell us if you're not feeling good, okay? Yes, of course. But this still has me wondering, what exactly was the catastrophe that happened a long time ago? I can only think of one thing in Labyrinthia that could be called a catastrophe, The legendary fire. The Densatsu no Honoyo. Of course. Both the Bell of Ruin and the Legend of Bezella must be. Dots. Espella, are you absolutely sure you're feeling okay? Your face has gone really pale.
The legendary fire. Do you remember now, Espella? Who are you?
I am Heidelin, all made one.
Of who and what you truly are. And what you did so many years ago.
It's okay, we have a time machine. We'll go back and fix it.
What I did?
Oh no, it's a scary dragon. We have to object to it. Phoenix Wright, you're the only one who can fight this dragon by saying hold it.
I am. That's right. I am Bezella.
No shit.
The Great Witch Bezella. Isabella!
That's not her name. Pay attention, Luke. She just said her name was Bezella, and then you get it wrong.
And so it has begun.
Bonk. They're like, you've done it. You've solved every mystery. The Great Mural, hidden underneath the Great Archive, and the remains lying below the forest are from the same period. They both bequeath a record of a great calamity. I feel someone's will leading us inexorably towards the records underneath the forest and beneath the library. Seeing the appearance of the bell tower as some kind of a sign, Belduke set out to reveal this town's mysteries along with the truth behind witches. Surely, clues to these mysteries lie here. The bell tower appeared in a fiery blaze, but no one has ever heard its bell. Do we know that? Ruins in the forest. It would appear the previous inhabitants of the region built these underground chambers to seal up the Bell of Ruin. They also left an inscription to warn others before leaving the area. The Bell of Ruins, which should have been sealed within the ruins, was missing. Who could have taken it and where? Or when? Dun dun dun.
It was like Isabella wasn't herself anymore. Almost as if she was possessed. She kept murmuring, "I'm the Great Witch Bezella," over and over and over again. She took off running when we tried to calm her down. We tried going after her, but she lost us. We searched everywhere for her. The ruins, the forest, but...
That's not everywhere. That's just the ruins in the forest.
No matter where we looked. We thought she might have returned to town. And if she did, the knights would be sure to catch her and drag her back to that terrifying courtroom. Needless to say, we went back to town straight away to search for her.
No, you didn't. You went to the ruins in the forest first. That's not straight back.
Without
This
warning,
kid.
Labyrinthia was hit by a heavy rainstorm. There was an ominous silence over the entire town square. The only thing I could hear was the rain. We didn't know it at the time, but that rain, it was a sign of the terrible things that were to come.
Please. Thank you. Yeah, there was no way of knowing the terrible things that rain would indicate, such as the fact that the ground would get wet.
Where's Isabella? Where could she be?
There's no sign of her at all.
This is very strange.
Maya checks inside the barrel. You never
No
know.
one's around.
Professor, look at this!
It was on the ground. I'm not looking at garbage.
Look! It's a new story!
You trying to tell me it's some kind of clue?
That means that the parade has already taken place.
Anyway, let's read it.
Didn't you read it already? The final story. At the appointed place of ending, as twilight fades to darkness, the weaver of the story will meet the Great Witch for the first and final time. The concluding scene will glow in the flames of great magic as the teller of the story is silenced forever. This evening, at the final witch trial, the legendary Great Witch will be consumed by her own flames. The town, finally freed from the shackles of the story and witchcraft, will bathe in the morning light of the new dawning day. The new town will be aglow with freedom from the past and fresh hope for the future. Fresh kibo for the Mirai. Does this mean what I think it means? No way! That can't be! Is this what the Great Witch meant? Whatever the case, let's find Isabella before panic spreads through the town. We should probably split up, if only we had some leads. The appointed place of ending. Perhaps this is referring to the town square, at which the parade always ends. While the teller of the story can mean none other than the storyteller, idiot. As for being silenced forever, this is almost certainly an indication that he will lose his life. In that case, Professor, the chances of Isabella being at the town square are pretty high, right? Indeed, Mr. Wright. Let's head to the square and find her. It looks like everyone in the town is here. It would appear that they all wish to see the final story with their own eyes. Story... Oh, yeah. I mean, I figured that the two... storyteller and teller of the story were probably written in two different ways in Japanese. Like, yeah, they just call them... It may have been that, or they may have done something else. Storyteller. Professor, about this final story, why would the Great Witch Bezella show up tonight of all nights? I have been wondering the same thing. She has never once shown herself before now. Perhaps the power of the story is such that even the actions of the Great Witch are subject to its control. And one more thing. Why in the world would the storyteller write his own death into the story? Indeed, there appear to be quite a few mysteries contained within this final story. Although I suggest we don't dwell on them long. We don't dwell on them for the time being. I agree. First things first, let's find Isabella. There she is. You better hide now, because you know you can't win. Can too, and I won't hide. You'll be crispy bacon in no time. Just accept it. Will not. You'll see, I will become a knight. And if I say I'll protect you, I'll protect you. Come on, how's a little chicken like you supposed to protect me from Bezella? Just watch me, I guess. you there? You. The parade was totally different this time. Inquisitor Darklaw was nowhere to be seen, and Inquisitor Barnum looked so agitated. And not only that, but they said this is going to be the last story. What's to become of us all from here on? How are we ever going to find a speller with all these people about? Ah, look over there. It's the storyteller. Dun-dun-dun.
And now, the time is upon us. The time of release from the curses of witchcraft and the story. The legendary Bezella will appear before us, and the story of the longest night will begin. Prepare yourselves for the dramatic climax.
But that means we'll lose our storyteller.
What was that line delivery?
But why will he be sacrificed?
There is no reason for sorrow. My stories are no more than a peek at the caprice and irony of unfolding fate. We are all being carried along on the vast and irresistible sea of chance.
Chance, you say?
I am no more than one person in the sea of people who are here tonight. No more and no less.
Oh, storyteller!
Storyteller! Don't stop writing our story!
This isn't good. It's getting dark already. Remember what the story said? At the appointed place of ending, as twilight fades to darkness. And we still haven't found a speller yet. Rabble, 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 rabble. Hey, look at that. Someone's at the top of the tower. What? At the top of the tower? Look, Nick, someone's definitely up there.
Look, everyone! The great witch Bezella has finally appeared. The time has arrived. This story will come to an end.
That must be her! Can it really be?
The Great Witch Bezella.
Here and now, my life will surely come to an end. The great witch Bezella will be apprehended, and true peace will come to this town.
And now we have to prove that she's innocent.
No, Luke!
But I love fire!
Mr. Wright, there, follow me.
Yeah, she... Oh, no, y'all. Oh, wait. That's the new Pokemon. I get it. Like Ho-Oh. But it's Ho-Oh.
So you were the great witch Bezella after all.
Oops.
A truly terrifying witch who would even attack her own father.
Get up and stand before us, Great Witch Bezella.
Espella! It can't be. Espella, there's no way. Espella, are you all right? Espella! Are you okay, Espella? She seems to be wide awake, but she's not responding. I don't get it. What happened here? Meow. Darklaw, nice to see you. Hey, it's Eve. Eve, were you with Espella the whole time? Can you tell me what happened here? What did she say, Luke? Nothing. She didn't tell me a thing. Well, that proves that she's not an animal. Because animals talk. Will you people keep your distance? I can't have you getting close to the Great Witch Bezella. Until the commencement of the final trial, this girl is to be handed over to the Knights of the Inquisition. Take her away. Sir. Hey, don't you dare lay a finger on her. Surely you must have seen her just now. Tell me, did she or did she not summon a great big fire dragon? Is this multiple choice? Can I use a hint coin? But you still can't say for sure that Espella is a witch. Come on, Maya. That's wrong. That's right. Someone might have knocked her out and brought her here against her will. That's ridiculous. We vigilantes were the first ones at this tower, and who are you, by the way? And when we arrived, this girl was the only person present. Any of us would swear it on their honor as a knight. Things are not always as they might appear. You have yet to investigate the scene of the incident, have you not? There's no need. It's obvious, beyond a shadow of a doubt, what has transpired here. Oi, get a move on. Take that girl away before she regains consciousness. Right now, she is currently unconscious. Which is when she's at the peak of her power. But, sir, there seems to be some kind of commotion downstairs. What? You take your hands off that young girl. I'm family. Who is it? Oh, is it Patty? It's Patty, right? Hey, you. Cease! You lot just keep your grubby meat hooks off my little Espella. And let me put my bread hooks into her. Maya, Phoenix! Who let this woman up here? Remove her immediately. Sir. Don't you lay a hand on me. Take that! Dabbing flower! Pocket flower! What is that white powder? That's my very finest white flower. Be thankful of that, you whippersnapper. Why, you impudent, bread-brained baker? Objection. I do not think... I can find a contradiction in your statement, lady. Go ahead and draw that sword at your own risk, Sonny. I'll show you a thing or two. The rolling pin is mightier than the sword. Don't you have anything better to do than intimidate defenseless women, you dork in a tin can? What is it with you people? I understand how you two feel, but may I ask you both to calm down a little? Yeah, I know. They've had that thing just sparkling and sparkling back there. Yeah, it's clearly his. That is one of my favorite clips. from when we were playing Edgeworth Investigations. And he starts, his medal is flashing, and he keeps holding up the one medal, or pointing to it or something. And I'm like, why, of my many medals, this is the one that there is only one of in the whole world. I was the only person ever awarded it. And I click it, and he says exactly that. He's like, no one else in all of Codopia has this medal. Come on. We are the only ones who can discover the truth and save Espella. The professor's right. We have to keep our cool and carefully plan our next move. I know, Phoenix. And to think, the Phoenix I once knew could barely even plan his next loaf of bread. Does that take planning? If you'll excuse us, we must be on our way. Now, why couldn't you just leave peacefully in the first place? Espella, I still believe in you, my dear girl. Take the girl away. That means now. That means now. I'm afraid, sir, that won't exactly be completely possible at the present time, sir. What now? A moment ago, that new recruit got carried away and locked the entrance. Currently, no one is able to leave the towers, sir. What did you say? That idiot of a new recruit did what? Is it Swordley? Or Sheathley? Whatever his name is? We've been ordered to take this girl to the interrogation room as soon as possible. The trial of the Great Witch is tonight. The appropriate arrangements are already underway in the square. We don't have time for this. Sorry, sir. I'll go and hang that new recruit up by his heels. That won't help. We're leaving now, and that's that. Bring that witch here to me. Looks like they took Espella away with them. How? Wait, didn't we just establish that they're locked in here? How did they... Or maybe they mean the entrance at the bottom. At the bottom of the tower is locked. That made my blood boil. Having to just stand here and watch her get dragged away like that. We must bide our time, Luke. Don't worry. The time for action will come. Although at present, this place is still in complete turmoil. Look, there are vigilantes and knights running all over the place. That oversized rust bucket said the trial will be held tonight, didn't he? Indeed, that would seem to be the case, according to the storyteller's story at least. Honestly, though, who knows what will happen this time? The Great Witch Bezella used a spell to call forth a fire dragon, which then took the storyteller's life. Could it be that Espella really is the Great Witch Bezella? Everyone in the square witnessed Espella summon the fire dragon, but we will not be so easily convinced of her guilt, even though she did it. I simply cannot comprehend it. Storyteller, can this really be a suitable ending to the story you have written? As a father, how can you possibly subject your own daughter to a fate such as this? Inquisitor Barnum, we have the Great Witch in custody. You took her time, did you not? How long is it now since the incident? Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. It took longer than expected, on account of those incompetent vigilantes. They've only just handed her over to us. Are they going to explain who or what the vigilantes are? And is the name mistranslated? Is it supposed to be, like, people who were holding vigil or something? Like, they look a little too organized and uniformed to be real vigilantes. I don't get it. Your excuses do not interest me. You do realize that according to the story, the trial of the Great Witch must convene this evening, do you not? Yes, sir. Arrangements for the setting up of the special outside court have commenced. Is that what you call it? The special outside court. Sure. I wanted to gain as much information as possible before the proceedings began. There is little time left, so get going. Yes, sir. You heard the Inquisitor. Witch, get moving. Stop. Do not treat the accused like that. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. But, sir, this girl's accused of... I know very well what she is accused of, but for the time being, that is precisely what she is. Accused, not guilty. Not guilty, he said it. You said the magic words. Not guilty. Game over. Roll credits. Inquisitor Barnum. This girl is not a witch until she has been pronounced guilty. Treat her with respect. That is an order. What? Something happened to him off screen. Espella Cantabella. I would like to hear the truth from you. Are you really the Great Witch Bezella? I am Go ahead and prepare for questioning. I shall be along shortly. That won't be necessary. Yeah. I knew it! Inquisitor Darklaw. What? What did you just say? I said that will not be necessary. Yeah. You see, this evening, you will not be the one standing in court. Yeah. What is the meaning of this? Who, then? Who will stand in court? For the trial of the Great Witch Bezella, surely it is only fitting that the High Inquisitor herself prosecute. Yeah. You're not saying... Masaka! I'm saying that I will be filling the role of Inquisitor in tonight's trial. Yeah. Is that understood, Barnum? Yeah. High Inquisitor, just what are you planning? I'm not quite sure I follow. What are you implying? Yeah. I followed after you, and my pursuit led me into a mysterious forest. Upon doing so, I witnessed a most unusual scene. Several mysterious robed figures surrounding a character whom they referred to as the Great Witch. Nyasaka, nyani shore. Banyam. Glad everyone is on board. The Great Witch hiding behind that masked exterior was none other than you, Inquisitor Darklaw. My, Inquisitor. How very... Omoshironya. Omoshironya. And where, may I ask, is this proof of this? Shoku ara... No. Shoko. Leon says it all the time. I can say it, right? Shoko? Shoko is proof. Or evidence. Shoko arunya. Proof. Well, did you not even remove the mask? Did you not even remove the mask to confirm the identity of that person? Yeah. Oh, I was like, when did he see her as the Great Witch? It was when they were in that room, in the locked room. Well, yeah. Yeah. I was unable to confirm anything. Thanks to her use of witchcraft, I was robbed of consciousness. Then why couldn't you tell who she was? After you fell unconscious, you should have ripped the mask off. Is that so, yeah? In that case, Barnyam, I'm afraid I will have to treat what you have just said as treason, yeah. And treason against the High Inquisitor means treason against the storyteller, yeah. You there, yeah. Yes, milady. Escort Zacharias Barnyam to the dungeon for his crime of treason. Yes, milady? On second thought, he may prove a handful for the likes of you, Malone, yeah. I shall come along and assist your escort, yeah. Now, ready the horses, yeah. Yes, sir, I mean, milady. Wait that right there, Barnyam. We're taking you into immediate custody, yeah. I do not believe it. I will not believe it. I cannot believe that Estella Cantabella is the Great Witch Bezella. Blast of all the times. Inquisitor Barnum, know that it pains me. Know that it pains me to restrain the great defender of Labyrinthia. There is no need to apologize. I am aware that you are only doing your duty. But sir... Wuff.
Constantine, what are you doing here, boy? My faithful companion, Constantine. I'm sorry to say, it appears that your master has reached the end of his career. A great task has befallen me, but now I shall be unable to complete it. It's such a pity.
This is pitiful. The once great Inquisitor Barnum, conveying words of remorse to his faithful dog. And what, may I ask, was this great task of which you spoke?
That's simple. To find the truth.
The truth?
Until I met Sir Blue Knight and Sir Dark Hat, the question hadn't occurred to me. Is Espella Cantabella really the Great Witch Bezella? Why would the storyteller write a story in which his own daughter is executed? I, Zacharias Barnum, as a defender of this town, must know the truth behind this.
I'll tell you one thing, Inquisitor Barnum.
Meow.
I'll tell you why you're unable to find the truth.
What is the reason?
There is one thing which, despite your great ability, you lack.
Something I lack.
What you lack is resolve.
Determination.
In order to find out the truth, you went to great lengths in farming.
Barknum versus Darknyile.
I don't reproach you for that. You felt it was your duty as a knight. But that's also the problem, Inquisitor. Why could you not go to such lengths when it came to doubting the storyteller himself?
That's crazy. It's not right for a knight to question the integrity of his lord and master.
And so you failed. Your knightly pride was your critical flaw.
Huh? Critical flaw?
That tower, the one in which the storyteller lives. Perhaps the truth you were seeking could have been found in the small room at the very top of that tower.
What are you saying?
In any case, at this stage of the game, it's too late to do anything. So I suggest you assign your unfinished task to that faithful dog of yours.
Huh?
Very well then, Zacharias Barnum. It's time to go. From this evening, you'll be spending your time in a damp, dark place, deep underground. It might be a good opportunity for you to cool that hot head of yours.